Welcome to the Writer's Life, a place where we get the sights, sounds, smells of my particular writing life, such as it is. You also get the truth. Before I start, please smash that like button and subscribe. Got a lot of views, slowly gaining followers, and that's a cool thing. Means I'm doing something right, even though I tend to ramble on these things a little bit. I'm going to try to keep them to 3 minutes or less. I don't know if I can do that. Today's another subject I might be rambling on, although I'll try not to. And lately I've been thinking a lot, maybe it's because the Vella thing is coming out with Amazon Kindle, and lately I've been thinking a lot about copyright and intellectual property. And I've also been thinking about, curiously enough, about Paul McCartney and about Prince, how both those guys eventually took their intellectual property into their own hands and just started taking care of their own publishing, and so that they were able to control all the rights to their material. And I think by the time Prince died, what's he got, like something like 80,000 hours or something crazy like that of never before heard music. They say they could put out an album every day of new Prince material, and it would take 10 years or something like that. I don't know. Something crazy. And I'm sure Paul McCartney is the same way. I hate to even think of this, but one day when he does rejoin John and George, I'm sure they're going to find a vault of material that it'll just be unbelievable, of unrecorded material that'll just be, whatever. It'll just be amazing. And so really what I'm talking about here is being prolific, and I think I have a backlog of material right now. If I wanted to, I could extend it into 2024, 25 maybe, and I'm about to finish another short story. I'm sure I'll start on another. I've got novels I finished last year that I haven't even gone over yet. That's how much material I'm going through. And in the meantime, I'm signing a lot of contracts. Some of these I consider more partnerships than contracts. And it's something I used to sort of brag about on Facebook and Twitter and all this. I don't even do that anymore. There's just so many of them. But I'm considering, and this is not a threat to my publishers, because I love you, thank you very much for publishing me, and taking a chance. But I'm considering with a big C. I'm considering in 2021 to start going more and more heavier with my own company, Bear Media, because I've looked at some of the stats on some of the books I have under Bear Media, and I'm actually slowly but surely making more money. In fact, much more money than I would have made had I signed in advance and given away something like 70% of the royalty. It used to be back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you could get a decent advance, you'd earn it out, and then you'd make royalties on those books. But then starting in the 90s, the late 90s, when I started, 99 in fact, so really I'm a early 2000s guy. That all ended, and you just got your advance, and that's pretty much it, and those advances were more substantial back then, but now advances have come way down. So my thinking now, and just hear me out on this, and if my agent is listening, I think he'll understand it, because we've actually discussed it a little bit. Starting in I said 2021 before, I meant 2022. Starting in 2022, time, believe me, you get to be my age, time really starts flying. Anyway, starting in 2022, what I'm thinking about doing is, unless I'm offered an advance of, say, anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000 per book deal, then I'm not going to sign any contracts. Does that make sense to you? Because at least the money will be worth it. And it won't be for more than 2 books. It would be probably just 1 book. But that's my thinking now. I'm thinking in terms, every piece of intellectual property that I create is going to make me 100% of my money going forward, because I control it. I have to invest in it. It's got to be edited. It's got to be all professionally done, of course. So there's an initial investment, but I think it'd be worth it, to be honest, in this day and age. COVID destroyed 3 of the major trade printers, destroyed distributors. It's destroyed bookstores. We're about to be down to 3 major publishers once Simon & Schuster gets swallowed up by Bertelsmann Boys out in Germany. No competition left, folks. Amazon's taken the mother load of sales. So I think going forward, the more you can control your intellectual property and sell directly to your readers and your customers, the better off you're going to be. That's just my take. What do you guys think? All right, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you like the content, and I'll see you tomorrow, if not later. Oh, also, one quick note, if you've watched it this far, I'm going to try to start doing some live videos, and I'm going to be interviewing some authors and stuff like that, and I already have a first one in mind because she asked me already, and she's a great writer and a nice lady, so, but anyway, that's just the news for the day. Okay, see you later. Ciao, ciao.